Hi guys, welcome back to our channel.
Hello.
I'm Lil.
I'm Jake. And we've had an absence for a week or so. And I guess you guys have seen the title of this video and you're wondering what happened to our Prado.
It's been a wild ride, guys.
It's been crazy.
Something that I never honestly thought we were going to experience in our time on YouTube.
No, definitely not.
And on social media, but here we are.
So I reckon on this video we're going to run through three things. One, what happened to our Prado? Two, why we haven't had our Prado for 2 weeks. And three, how a news company defamed us. But yeah, anyway, so to start off with, let's tell you the story of how this car broke. So we weren't doing anything exciting. I wish I could tell you we were.
We were driving along a corrugated road.
Yeah, definitely.
On the York Peninsula.
Yep.
And it was quite corrugated. Nothing in comparison to what we've done in the past, not as bad as up in Broome at the Dampier Peninsula, not as bad as the Cape York corrugations. Yeah. We've had much worse experiences on corrugations in the past, but they were corrugations nonetheless.
I'd sort of heard like a bit of a rattle and I just thought to myself, maybe it's just like a bash plate rattle or whatever. It wasn't that bad. I thought, you know what, when we pull up, I'm gonna have a look at that. But I didn't even get a chance. The car just went bang and I felt the left-hand side drop.
This one.
Oh my God, something's just broken.
Something's broken really bad in the car.
Wow, it feels like a wheel's falling off or something.
What the hell?
It was really scary and we just sort of pulled up and got out of the car.
We jumped out. The first thing we noticed was that it smelled like burning rubber.
Stinks like rubber. Oh, the front of the car is hanging down really bad. Oh no, the coil come off the front. Oh no, it's ruined this tyre. The bolts come out the front there. It's rattled out. It's destroyed that CV.
So we called Roadside Assist we weren't sure how long they were going to be.
Yeah, they couldn't give us a proper time, so we just said, yep, no worries, we'll wait here. And then I just thought to myself, hey, I'll try and get the strap back over the mounting piece so that at least we can drive it onto the tow truck and it doesn't get damaged.
Because in the past we've seen cars sort of just get dragged on and we really didn't want that to happen to us.
No.
Okay, so I've actually got this wheel off the ground now. Not that far, but I can't get it to come down far enough to get this shock in. I'm thinking about taking this wheel off. Oh, maybe I could push on that. I might have to just get Lil to push down on that and then I'll see if I can get it in.
We started doing that and then the tow truck driver called us pretty much as soon as I got the wheel off the car and was like, I'm 10 minutes away. So we tried for a little bit to get the strap back on. If I'd had more time, I probably could have taken the sway bar off and dropped that lower control arm down to get it off, but he turned up. I didn't want to waste his time.
To be honest though, we did spend quite a few minutes trying to get it on and we didn't have all of the correct gear, to be honest. Like we didn't have a proper jack.
No.
So we couldn't lift the car up high enough, so it meant that we couldn't get the wheel low enough so that we could try and get like some kind of like
leverage. So we tried to get that on, ran out of time. All it needed was a bolt to go back through it. The shock itself had also hit the CV boot and twisted it up, so it like tore the CV boot. And that was one of the reasons why we didn't really want to drive it either, because I didn't want to just drive my brand new car on a dirt road with a split CV boot. I didn't want to do that because if it gets dust in there and would ruin the CV, and I just didn't want to break the car already so early. I don't want it to get 20,000 Ks down the road and have to change the CV in it.
We also didn't want to be bush mechanicking it
and driving it on the road as well. Like that's unsafe. So tow truck driver turns up. Nicest guy you'll ever meet. His name was Kev.
His name was Trevor.
Trevor, sorry.
And if you're ever in Moontar or Kadina area and you see Trev around or you know Trev, you'll know that this guy is the biggest legend on the planet.
So nice. What a guy. So it was obviously late. By that time it was about 7 o'clock on Saturday. So we were like, where the hell are we going to stay?
He was meant to be going to an engagement party, and so we'd sadly held him up from his, I think it was his granddaughter's engagement party. What we did was we popped the car on the back of the truck, and while we did that, we quickly filmed a 30-second video where we spoke about...
Oh yeah, we just filmed a video because we wanted to be, we knew that everyone would be sending us videos of our car on the back of a tow truck. So we thought, let's beat everyone to it and let's film a video of our car on the back of the tow truck. Thought they said Toyotas were reliable. It's supposed to be on there. 8,000 Ks old, stock suspension. So we put that up on Instagram.
And we obviously said, quote...
Yeah, quote, I thought Toyotas were reliable.
Throwaway comment. We didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got in the truck. So we drove down the road. He dropped us off at Wallaroo. We took the caravan. We went to the Wallaroo Holiday Park right on the water there. And I tell you what, a community has never taken us in like they did.
So
honestly,
much.
We are so grateful.
It was amazing for us.
those people.
Oh,
yeah.
It was so good. So Michael, that owns the park, he just helped us out amazing, just made us feel at home, especially when we just felt so defeated, you know, like we've never had to go on a tow truck before, and us just turning it up to a packed holiday park with everyone staring at us with our car on the back of the tow truck and our caravan on the back, and it was very sad times.
Yeah.
But yeah, Michael really helped us out and made us feel so good, offered us anything, like he offered us his car so that we could go and get food, and that made us feel a lot better when we turned up.
Yeah, absolutely. So at this point it was Saturday night. It always happens on a weekend, and you can never get into a Toyota or a workshop until the following Monday.
No.
So we pretty much just waited from here on in. We waited until we could get the car in on Monday.
Yeah.
But at this point, our Instagram posts had started to go viral.
Yeah, super viral, and got so many views and so many comments and stuff like that, that were a lot of really nice people.
So many nice people, people that were local to the area that were saying, if there's anything we can do, like let us know, if you need anywhere to stay, if you need a car, if you need to move your caravan, like just give us a call. Like so many beautiful, supportive people. And then contrarily to that, we also had a little bit of, or a lot of negative engagement.
Yeah, definitely.
And you know what, each and every person is entitled to their own opinion. But I suppose we're here to tell you what the facts are, and you can make your own story up based on that.
Yeah, definitely right.
Yeah.
So Monday morning, I went to meet the tow truck driver at Toyota. So the reason we took it to Toyota was because there was a Toyota literally, I reckon 30 minutes from where the car broke down. And I thought, if anyone's gonna have a bolt, it's gonna be Toyota. So I dropped the car off there, and that was at Kadena Toyota. I skateboarded there, it was about 15 Ks. Very sore. And then when they saw that I turned up on a skateboard, they gave me a loan car, which was super nice of them. And I just said, hey, can you guys put a bolt back in this car? Like, that'd be great, so we can, you know, continue on our travels.
Nothing about warranty. We didn't ask for warranty.
No, we didn't ask for warranty. We didn't ask anything. I actually asked if they could service it because it's due for a service. But yeah, I just said if I could get a bolt back in it so I could get going, that'd be great.
But they were so lovely.
They were
so
really nice.
So helpful, so accommodating.
Yeah, super
they didn't
nice.
have to give us a loan car. We hadn't obviously booked anything in, but
No.
they just were really empathetic of our situation, and so we were really grateful for that. Anyway, days sort of started to go by, and we soon see that there is an article written about us from news.com and from the Courier Mail.
Yeah, just some media outlet. Yeah, so just a journalist had written an article about us, which
purely based off that one post that we had made, that 20-second we thought Toyotas were a reliable post.
Yeah, exactly. If you guys are viewers of the channel, you know that we don't hate Toyotas.
We actually have done nothing but rave about how much we love this car.
Yeah.
We also did nothing but rave about how much we loved the Ranger. I don't think that we're either a Ford person or a Toyota person. I think we're just a car person that loves to travel around
Yeah.
Australia.
Definitely. But I think the hardest thing for us is that this guy had put on there and called us liars. Yeah.
So in the article, he recorded himself videoing over the top of our video, and he spoke about how the video clearly showed that we had modified suspension.
Influencers when they lie about cars. Here's one complaining about Toyota reliability.
Thought they said Toyotas were reliable. 8,000 Ks old. Stock suspension.
Stock suspension? Really? This is what a Prado looks like with stock suspension. You can see because this is when old mate has bought the Prado. This is what a Prado looks like with modified suspension. And here's a list of the stuff they have modified on the car, being really open and honest about it and getting a few plugs in for those partnership brands as well. If you're going to break a car, that is fine, but be open and honest about it. Don't mislead people and don't try and tarnish a brand that builds genuinely good cars because you did the wrong thing.
And that we had modified our suspension.
Here is the car.
This looks pretty standard to me.
When in fact you actually at that point couldn't buy modified suspension.
Yeah, well, not that we knew about anyway.
Yeah.
Also, the fact, like, he called us liars and told people to not trust us online.
So at the end of the day, what he had said was not truthful, not a positive representation of us. And then from then on, that article went viral. We then started to get, I would say, an exponential amount of further negative comments.
Yeah, not just comments though. People directly like DMing us and not being constructive.
Calling us horrific names, telling us that we are not even, anyway, it's not even worth re-talking about because
No.
we both know that we are loyal, truthful people, and that is just not a good representation of us, because if you know us personally or if you've been watching our channel for long enough, you know that we honestly are the most transparent, most authentic people I think you will find on the internet. If you meet us in person, you'll know that we wear our hearts on our sleeve, that we are just open books.
Yeah, exactly right. We don't keep anything from anyone. So that article went up and that was on the Monday and Toyota had our car. And so we never heard back from Toyota with our car, which I was hoping they'd just be able to put a bolt back in it and we'd go. So didn't hear back from them for probably about 48 hours. And eventually then got a call from Toyota to come up to the dealership and have a look at the car. And the higher ups from Toyota had come out to the dealership and had a look at the car, taken thousands of photos, and decided that they wanted to replace the whole left-hand side suspension in the car.
All under warranty.
Yeah, all under warranty, yeah. But they wanted the lower control arm, the strut, the CV, all the bolts, everything under the passenger side of the car was to be replaced. And then they were taking our set and packaging it up and sending it to Japan. Well, that's what they're doing now anyway. The problem with that is that because this car is so new, there is no spare parts for it, so everything had to be air freighted from Japan. That left us without this car for the last 2 weeks.
The reason that they are sending those parts over to Japan is because they are going to run some vigorous tests on it, because there is potential that perhaps it was
Like a manufacturing
not
defect?
up to standard potentially with that one particular arm. But also, like, we don't know that. That's just speculation because
They didn't tell us that.
they didn't tell us that.
That's all we know.
Yep.
So
All we know is that it's going to Japan for testing.
Yeah.
And I suppose they will make sure that there's no defect in any other cars that could possibly have come up.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, that left us without the car for 2 weeks. We had a loan car, which was fine, but we couldn't tow our caravan. I had to rent a car and drive it from Adelaide up to Wallaroo and collect our caravan and drive back. But
All off our own back.
all
like
off our own back, we paid for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had to find accommodation for the last 2 weeks.
It's just part of getting stuck sometimes, I think.
Yeah, but we've got our car back now, and I'll show you that we've got brand new suspension covered under warranty. and that it is indeed factory suspension, stock suspension.
Here you guys can see. Brand new. Look at that. She's all nice. Look at that. Thank you, Mr. Toyota.
I don't know how or why the bolt fell out. Toyota didn't tell me why it fell out. I mean, obviously I told them that it was on corrugations. They seem to not blame us, so I can't see how we did anything wrong. I think that they would try and get out of it every way they could. But they were really, really lovely with it by fixing it for us. And we got a lot of comments and messages and, you know, people commenting on other posts saying that we're towing too heavy and the wheels are too big for the car, and that's fine if you think that. I just want to tell you guys that weighing the car weighs 2,700 kilos. Our van is around 3 tonne, so that gives us 5.7 tonne overall. The GCM on this car is 6.6 tonnes, so we still have 900 kilos under that. GVM on the car is 3150, so quick maths are about 450 kilos below that. The wheels on this car are 33.8 inches tall, and an altitude model comes with 32.6, so it's about 30 mil increase in wheel size. Maybe Toyota don't want you to put mud tyres on, but I don't know. So pretty much the only modification we have on this car is some wheels, stripes, a roof rack, and some little airbags that sit inside the coil on the rear leaf springs.
I suppose the flow-on effect is though that we were meant to get some drawers put in the back of our car this week. However, we are literally filming this on Thursday. This is coming out on Saturday. On early next week, we are going to be heading back home to Tasmania. So we really sadly came all the way to South Australia to get drawers put in, and
We missed our time slot.
sadly we've missed that time slot, and we won't be coming back to Adelaide anytime soon. So we will just be getting a false floor put in, which I suppose is just the best that we can do at the moment. I suppose to sort of round this out, this period of time has definitely been one of the hardest that we've ever experienced. It's just been a learning curve for us, and I think we'll come out the other side of this with thicker skin than a baby rhinoceros, and nothing will hurt us in the future.
Yeah, definitely.
That's not true.
Yeah, no, and look, we're looking forward to making videos, showing you guys how good this car is, because that's what we do, and yeah, to continue traveling. The channel's not going anywhere.
Everything's going to be back to normal as of next week. We're so excited.
Yeah.
We're going to be heading to one of the best places in Australia, which is our home. And we've never been home with this caravan and car. So I just can't wait to explore it, show you guys around, just have a little bit of time where we can focus on ourselves, focus on the channel. And this year, I promise you, is going to be the biggest yet. It's going to be a cracker.
We have lots planned this year.
We have got so much planned.
Yeah, 2025 is our year.
We decided that last week of 2024, we decided 2025 was going to be our year. And I think we've decided that 2025 as of February is going to be our 11 months.
Yeah, we'll start. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been off to a bad start, but we're looking up.
Yep, absolutely. But as always, thank you so much for following along. Thank you so much for our subscribers, our new subscribers. Thank you so much. There won't be many more sit downs like this, so make the most of seeing our beautiful faces just sitting down in front of our car.
Yeah.
But from here on out, we're ready to get dirty and we're ready to go a little crazy.
So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of it.
Yeah, we're grateful.
Hazel would be so thankful.
Yeah, we're so grateful for every single one of you, and thank you for all of your support.
Yeah, and thanks so much for all the new followers and all the new subscribers, guys. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, and also, like, I'm not even going to focus on the negatives, because I reckon we have had, I want to say, 1,000 DMs, Facebook messages, Instagram comments, YouTube comments that were just positive, people saying how
So
much
nice.
our channel has helped them, whether it's that they've bought caravans and they've started traveling Australia, whether it's they've just sat from their couch and
Yeah.
seen parts of Australia that they may never be able to see.
Exactly right. Well, they've bought 250 Prados because we've got them.
Yeah. We are just so grateful.
Yeah.
And yeah,
We
it
love
costs
you
nothing
guys.
to subscribe. Give this
No.
video a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Tay Swift hands. That's from our niece that we just spent the last week with. She loves Tay, but we love you and we'll see you next week.
Back to regular programming next week. Bye, guys.